Hey boys, it's your dad. Feels different now. I'm starting to feel numb. Like I'm accepting that it's over. This family of ours is over. And I think that's what makes a big difference now. Because up until now, I've always thought there was gonna be a chance. There isn't. Your mother's divorcing me, and all I do is just pay. Which I think money means nothing for a family. It's good to provide, but I'd rather be there. But I have no say in it. I have no choice. It's not my decision to make. Your mother made this decision. It doesn't matter if we do the annulment or not. This family is broken now. It will never go back. We will all suffer. That's how this step goes when you separate a holy family. You try to fake it by having your uncles be a role model, your aunts try to be there for you. Your mom having another guy friend, another boyfriend, another husband, try to take that role. It'll never be the same. It's perverted on my end too. That's why I choose not to see anyone. There's no point. What's the point of seeing another one? Like, I thought that might have been the way, but just the urge of sexuality comes in my head. But that's where masturbation comes. It's just nature. So I'll use masturbation now. Because every time when I think of seeing another woman, it's just, my brain is so wind up, so trained, is so dedicated to just one woman, which was your mother, that it's just disgusting to see anyone else. So it was great for the Holy Family. It was a good recipe. But now, the main ingredient, it has disappeared. So the recipe is junk. It's spoiled. It's over. Yesterday, I was crying more than normal. I think it was 2 days ago. Yeah, it was 2 days ago. And yesterday and then today, I'm like a little numb. Like, it was a different feeling. I'm trying to understand why I feel numb. It might be a coincidence. 2 days ago, I deleted all the videos and pictures and everything up until the ones I did not upload yet on YouTube. So everything's on YouTube so far, and then I got other videos I'm kind of behind, but I'm chucking along. But as I'm uploading them, now I'm up to date. I'm deleting them completely off my phone and off the iCloud. So they only exist on YouTube. And so I won't have them on my phone. Well, YouTube is the world, so. But I won't have quick access to them. Heck, YouTube is quick access, but you know what I mean. Like, I won't have them personally in my possession. How about that? And I don't know, that probably made me feel different now, because I have no history. For all my life with my family, it was 5,000 pictures and 800 videos, or 500 videos. And they asked me if I want to delete them. This cough is not going away, but I'm good, so continue on. But yeah, it's I understand why people like your grandfather was always mean and always strict. And he's one of many. Don't think he's the only one. There are many men like that. So that's why it got me thinking more. I'm like, well, he's one of millions that just, I don't know, like, what happened? Was he born like that? Just very, like, cold. I always had this fun attitude. But I'm understanding now. Something must have really hurt him in his life. Because these past 2 days, I was just... things that made me laugh or made me smile, I felt nothing. I didn't want to smile. I didn't want to laugh. It's like you're hurt so much that you just shut it down. Like shut down a computer. Just blank. Everything's black. It doesn't work. It's just there. I think that's how I'm gonna be. I'm taking these steps where I'm just accepting it now. This is my new life. I told you in the early video, or the videos a couple days ago, that I try to go to church, you just see hypocrisy. It's disgusting. And it's not for me. Misery is for me now. And all I can do is just give you money now. And I know it means nothing. Whether it's a little, whether it's a lot, it means nothing, but this is my punishment now. I lost my family. So we all suffer. Because I was not a leader to our family. It's too late to try to fix it. It's over now. So but life will go on. This is just a second in God's eyes. 100 years is like a blink of an eye for God. So we come and we go. And all we have are memories. But the next step in misery is is erasing those memories. That's the next step. I have arrived at that step. Looks like I might go to prison too. I won't survive there. Something's bad is gonna happen. If you ever learn about the world of gangs and violence and tough people, that's their world, and I'm not that type of person, but I'm gonna be in their world. So if you ever heard the saying, when in Rome, meaning do as the Romans do, so I'm gonna turn. And I'm not gonna be a good one either, so I'm gonna get beat up and get abused. It's just the way it is. That's why you try not to go to jail. That's why you become a respectable asset to the society. And do not get in trouble with the law. Because you're a slave there. You have no rights. You're the lowest of the low. And they will treat you as such. You have no say, no opinion, nothing. You're not even a number. You're just there. They said minimum 2 years. Not gonna happen 2 years in prison. I'll most likely lose this business. I'm gonna be gone for 2 years. And then most likely I won't have enough money to fix the cars. I won't be able to work. And you may think, oh, well, work at any other job that doesn't need it. There's no progress. It's a bad recipe. I know what people lead to. So it doesn't matter. You might as well not work at all. And that's what I intend to do. So my new life will change pretty soon. Whenever I go to whenever I go to prison, and then when I get out, if I get out, because I've never been into a serious fight before. I've never been cut, never been stabbed, I've never been beat up. I've been pushed, but I never got into a serious fight with anyone. And man, I'm gonna be fresh meat there. Typically, guys like me will get abused. I've never been sexually abused before. But you live on. Life comes and goes. It's the way it is. Yeah, brush my teeth. Call it a night. I think it's about 11 o'clock. Got done early. Did $169. It was a good day today. I'm gonna do it again tomorrow. I have enough money to pay for this month's rent. I'll be about a day or two late for the lawyer money. I gotta pay $500 a month for that. Then $900 a month for this place. I call it half home, half the shop. Because if not, we'll be outside in my car, sleeping. It's good to talk to God. Don't ever get that mistaken, boys. Church is a whole different world. It's made up of us humans, and we are flawed. You don't really understand God, you just follow the crowd. So I would suggest go by yourself. In a room by yourself, doesn't matter. And just talk in the air. Somehow he listens. I never heard him. And I still doubt that he hears us. But there's something out there, man. There's something that is destined for destruction. There's something that's destined to succeed. So I think you really don't have a say in it. So you can do all these good things, but if you're destined of one thing, it will happen. Whether it's good or bad. And you can't change it. So no matter how much you tried, I would say the most beautiful feeling I had was we were heading to Missouri, your mother and I. And before that point, I would show her off, buy things. I never had a lot of money, but with credit cards, you can fake it pretty good. But I needed gas for this vehicle, this big U-Haul. I was gonna live in St. Louis, and she drove up with me to help me move. And I went to a gas station. She was in the U-Haul, and it was declined. Oh man, we don't have enough money to get to St. Louis, and I'm gonna get paid like in 2 days. But I'm like, I don't know what's gonna happen. And I don't know what happened. I don't know if she ended up paying for it or not. Or I found another credit card that I had, but I had to tell her. And it was the most embarrassing moment. And it's funny, I'm explaining the most beautiful moment of my life. But right before that, it was the most embarrassing moment. I had to tell the woman that was showing off this whole time. And I know the game. Saw the game. I saw my brother probably saw someone else, and then as you get older, you see other people do it. You see families do it. They've been married for, it's a game. Keep it going. And when you learn more about finance in the world of consumerism, everyone's in on it. But we're the losers at the end. The consumer. And we just don't know it yet. And I hated it. I felt it was fake. Felt like I was a loser. The game is over. And she didn't care. She smiled at me. And that moment, I still remember where I felt free. And this whole time I was trying and trying. I knew this game was not going to end good because I'm not a millionaire. I don't have a lot of money, but I kept showing it off. And she kept liking it. She never said no. And I just thought, okay, she's going to say no now. She didn't. And it was the most beautiful moment. I felt like I was be myself. And from then on, man, I was myself. But that was a spark. That was the beginning of me being free and just being open and just like a kid to your mother, like joy. So I think that would be the most beautiful moment in my life. Has to be. More than anything. Most saddest moment in my life. Gotta think about the spark. Where we're at, 22 minutes. Saddest moment was I don't know why, but 28th comes to mind, but 27th also, but January 28th was after Christmas and before New Year's. I think it was a Monday, January 28th, 2023. I was still not allowed to see her mother, and it was she was following the rules, and I just couldn't stop seeing you guys. And just in my head, I'm like, I can't have it where the new year comes and the last thing I did in 2023 was was that incident with the plate. And like it was going crazy in my head, and I gotta see her before the New Year. It's like as if it was the last time. So I went over there without being allowed, and I could have gone to jail. And she came out, and it's funny because here I am, the most happiest moment when I was going to Missouri, and that was in 2014, I think, when she came with me. Right before that, it was the most embarrassing moment. Now here's the opposite, where it was a very beautiful moment. She came out. She didn't bring you guys. She didn't want to make a scene. But she came out by herself, and I like knelt down to the ground, just fell. I held her hand, and I kept touching her hand. She was holding it. Just kept looking at it and touching it. And when I kissed her, I asked her if I could kiss her. And, your mom, mostly, she doesn't kiss me back. Whenever I kissed her, it's almost like she's just receiving it, but she never gives it. I was kind of used to it, but this time, like, she was just there. And I was giving her all the kisses and love, but I felt that, and that she was praying a lot. So I kept crying. I said, I'm sorry. I said, and we were talking a little bit, and the way I said something, and she's like, ya sé, ya sé, ya sé. And when she said that, it was interesting. I think that has to be the saddest moment in my life. Because I remember in my head, when I heard that, I'm like, well, that's not her. She never... She never rushed on listening to me. And I talked a lot. She always says she loved listening to me. She never rushed me. She never pushed me like, come on, hurry up, hurry up. And when I was talking to her, she was like, ya sé, ya sé, ya sé. And yeah, that was the beginning of me noticing it was ending. It was changing. That she's not gonna listen to me anymore. And I don't talk about listening like taking, like I'm the subordinate. I'm talking about listening to my words and to my feelings. And I've always wanted to listen to her, but she just was never made that way. One day she'll tell you about her story. Something about her life that she just was very reserved. I just never succeeded on getting her to open up. So I was the more talkative one in the family, in the marriage. But yeah, I think that was the saddest moment in my life. Because back in my head, I'm like, and it goes quick. You know, it's not like you're dwelling on it. Just a thought came in your head, and you're like, wow, there's a sign. She never rushed me. She never said like, oh, whatever. 6 months later, she sent over the divorce papers. So those are one of the happiest moments and the saddest moments in my life. I think that's it for now. continue a DoorDash tomorrow, but again, you had to call a spade a spade. I just thank God, I think God had different plans for me on this earth. And some reason I went against them by marrying your mother. That was not supposed to happen. So we just have to live with it. But it's going to be an interesting ride in the near future. Like I said, most likely I won't be able to afford child support, and how that works is they'll put you in jail over and over again. And I talked with a couple guys in jail. They're serving time like on the weekends. They have a whole system where they do the weekends, but it's designed for you to go in there. Instead of serving a whole time, they break it up just the weekends, thinking it's good for you and makes you feel good. Like, oh, I just go on the weekends and I'm in jail. But remember, it's designed to ruin you. They know that once you're in that environment, even though you're not in prison, still there's certain levels and areas in the jail where you're basically in prison. And one guy got in a fight, and when you get in fights, doesn't matter if you started or not, it'll add time to you. So that's how they slowly get you. When you have altercation, and you will. When you go in the pool, you're gonna get wet. When you go into a room full of bad guys, bad things are gonna happen. Doesn't matter if you think you're good or not. You're in the world of bad guys. So I think that's what is going to happen to me. I'm going to be in that life. I just have to absorb it. And I'll end up doing bad things because there's no way else to do it. You learn a different accent, different lingo, different world. I just have to adjust to it. So, who knows? I might even have tattoos. I have no tattoos now, but once you're in that life, man, you can't get out. So, that's my prediction. I'm going to go back and forth in jail. When we pass on to the next world, we'll have our answers then. I only have one question for God. Very simple. Why? Why? But I'm gonna go to bed. My behind kind of hurts with this chair sitting for a while, which is not good. I gotta get a cushion thing like I have in the car. But yeah, hope you guys have a good day. And happy 4th of July. It's coming up here in a little bit. But whatever happens, just Just know that I love you. I know I'm not there. I always love you. All you. All of you. Whatever happens in your boys' lives, just know that whatever pain you have in life, addiction, suffering, just know that your dad is right next to you, suffering the same. So that way you can at least say you're not alone. Hope you guys have a good day. Tell your mother I said hi. Have a good night.